Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dinus Mickle, and I am the creator and founder of curetinnitus.org. We have some interesting and fairly challenging news that actually I really need your help with and your feedback on. What's happened is that YouTube has issued me a warning and has said that my video titled "Is Tinnitus Curable?" that it's been disabled. I'd like to tell you a little bit about why it's been disabled and what I want to do about it and what I'm going to do about it and the kind of help that I'm asking you to provide. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the details of YouTube's accusation against me. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the content of my Is Tinnitus Curable video, of which there are actually many currently live on YouTube, by the way. And then I think time will permit for me to put it's something I posted in April of 2009. I'll put the original video in for your review. Okay. So, YouTube's accusation is, attention. The YouTube community has flagged one or more of your videos as inappropriate. Once a video is flagged, it's reviewed by the YouTube team against our community guidelines. Upon review, we've determined that the following videos contain content in violation of these guidelines and have been disabled. Is tinnitus curable? ? By Dinus Mickle. It's me. Now, what I'd like to ask of you is to review this video and tell me if you think it's inappropriate. And next, I'd like to address the YouTube community and the YouTube team and ask about the YouTube community guidelines. The thing is that I'm currently being accused of having made an inappropriate video. It's been flagged. Okay, the YouTube community flagged it. I'd like to know who flagged it. If I stand accused, I'd like to speak with my accuser directly. It is not appropriate for just some vague, community to flag something. I'd like to speak to my accusers directly from both the YouTube community and the YouTube team. So the people, the individuals that find my video inappropriate, I'd like to talk with them in a video format and record it and present that online. Because what I'd like to talk about is you're saying that my content is in violation of certain guidelines and has been disabled. Well, I'd like to tell everyone a little bit more about the content. Now, YouTube writes, everyone hates spam, misleading descriptions, tags, titles, or thumbnails designed to increase views are not allowed, which is kind of funny if you think about it because, how many cleavage thumbnails are there on YouTube? But the thing is that I'm not spamming. I don't have any misleading descriptions, tags, or titles or thumbnails. Also, the YouTube community, the warning continues. It's also not okay to post large amounts of untargeted, unwanted, or repetitive content, including comments and private messages. Haven't done that at all. The YouTube then goes on to say your account has received one community guidelines warning strike, which will expire in 6 months. I do not accept this warning strike because I'm not able to speak with my accusers directly. You're not explaining yourselves because the accusations that you're making do not relate to my video whatsoever. Maybe it's a mistake. You write, additional violations may result in the temporary disabling of your ability to post content to YouTube and or the permanent termination of your account. That's pretty severe. I mean, I've posted a couple, almost, I think 100 videos. For more information on YouTube's community guidelines and how they are enforced, please visit the Help Center, and then there's an I Acknowledge button. Date received July 10th, 2012. I am refraining from acknowledging because you have not, because YouTube is not allowing me to speak with my accusers directly. Regarding the video itself, is tinnitus curable? I'm asking a question. It's just as valid a question as, is arthritis curable, or is cancer curable, or is any symptom or disease, can something be done to help? Now, I'd also like to relate to the level of expertise that I accessed, the people that I contacted to ask this question of. I asked Julian Cowan Hill, who is a licensed psychotherapist and licensed craniopsychotherapist who has a practice in London and who healed himself completely of tinnitus and wrote a book called Tinnitus from Tyrant to Friend. I asked Kevin Hogan, who is a published author who, together with Jennifer Battaglino, wrote a book that is currently on sale at the American Tinnitus Association's website. I asked Dr. Hans Groyle, who is treated between 20 and 30,000 tinnitus patients, and has pioneered something called biomental training, which significantly helped me manage and reduce my tinnitus directly. And I also talked with Paul Toby, who is the author of, I think it's called Tinnitus Free Living, who also has articles posted on the American Tinnitus Association's website. So my question to YouTube is, are you also going to go after and ban the American Tinnitus Association's videos, Australian Tinnitus Association, British Tinnitus Association? Really, basically, I am asking the family of people who are interested in healing and interested in well-being to post your responses, to post your feedback, to help support curetinnitus.org financially and with your input and testimonials, to step forward and to help us spread this message of well-being and assistance. We really need your help, and give us your feedback as to whether you find this ban appropriate or not. And YouTube, I request and find it fair and decent, so I'm asking you to step up to the plate and allow me to face my accusers personally via recorded video. Either that or just lift the ban. Okay, and here's the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I would think that it would be interesting if you could speak directly to the people who are watching this video who are truly, truly, deeply suffering right now. Is there anything that you have to say to them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, that tinnitus is not incurable. It is just a temporary state that we can get stuck in.
What do you think about the incurability debate? Do you think it's ethical to say that tinnitus is incurable?
Is it ethical to say tinnitus is incurable? Well, yeah, no. Well, that's not easy. It's the statement is incorrect. So it's completely wrong. It's not necessarily unethical because that's what medical doctors have been taught. So it's not unethical. They're just wrong. And and I understand that, because if you look, under tinnitus treatment, there is no tinnitus treatment. There is no tinolytic. That means medication for tinnitus. There's nothing that they can prescribe legally for it. I mean, there's plenty of medications that we know that help it now, but they're not supposed to give it to you. So it's not unethical to say that it's incurable. It's just totally incorrect.
Also ich kann guten Gewissens sagen, dass Tinnitus heilbar ist. Das ist eigentlich das Entscheidende, dass Tinnitus heilbar ist.
But now, because it's such an incredibly low volume, if I recognize it, once a week, it's just because I'm out in the backyard looking at the stars, thanking the universe for what it has given to me, and I go, how did I get to this point? Oh yeah, tinnitus helped me get here. Let's listen to it for a second.
Really?
Let's pay homage to the tinnitus for a second and go, hey, thanks. You did some good work. Thank you.
I went from acute tinnitus to nothing. I woke up one morning in silence, and I couldn't believe it. It was, I was just overcome with joy, and I was crying, and I couldn't believe what a relief it was.